Hello, everyone, and welcome to Living Epistles. My name is Mike Curia, and our topic of discussion is new power, coming from Acts 1:8. But you will receive power when the Holy Spirit comes upon you, and you will be my witnesses in Jerusalem and in all Judea and Samaria and to the ends of the earth. After Jesus' crucifixion and resurrection, he hangs out with the disciples for 40 days. He gives them final instructions before he ascends to heaven. Jesus tells them to wait for the promise of the Holy Spirit. Acts 1:4. Where there is new wine, there is new power. What the disciples will encounter, they will never be the same. We will focus on this word power. The Greek word for power is dunamis, meaning miraculous ability and strength. Dunamis power is displayed in the disciples on the day of Pentecost after they waited for the promised Holy Spirit. After receiving the promise, they began to operate in signs, miracles, and wonders. This dunamis power is fearless and causes a boldness to arise in you like never before. It gives you the ability to do what you could not do. Dunamis power is dependent on Holy Spirit, who is the power source. You couldn't make this happen because it is a gift from God. You must be plugged in to the power source because that's the only way it is designed to operate. In Acts 2:14, shortly after the Holy Spirit arrived, Peter, who was one of the disciples, rose up and spoke boldly and addressed the crowd and opposers that were trying to make a mockery of the movement of God. For the Spirit God gave us does not make us timid, but gives us power, love, and self-discipline. 2 Timothy 1:7. But how was Peter doing this? Because of the power of the Holy Spirit was upon him and dwelt in him. Peter was filled with the Holy Spirit. This caused a transformation in him. Peter, that denied Jesus 3 times before the rooster crowed, was now not afraid or ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ. The indwelling of the Holy Spirit was prophesied in the Old Testament in Ezekiel 36:26 through 27. I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit in you. I will remove from you your heart of stone and give you a heart of flesh. So now, here is the birth of the church. But how was this promise fulfilled? I want us to go back up to Acts 1:4. It says, on one occasion, while he was eating with them, he gave them this command: do not leave Jerusalem, but wait for the gift my Father promised, which you have heard me speak about. So here Jesus gave a command to his disciples: don't leave until you receive the gift. This required them to have patience and trust God's perfect timing for the promise to be fulfilled. As a result of obedience, they received what was needed for the mission. Now, I'm going to make you think. How many times have you removed yourself prematurely before God can develop the gift inside of you or reveal your purpose in that area of your life? Think upon that. Are there some things in your life that you know God told you to do? You went through it, but you removed yourself before it was time? Just think about it. Often, we remove ourselves from stuff before God can perfect or mold and shape us, or even show us why we are in this particular area. And when we do this, we say, God, I know better than you. But let patience have its perfect work, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking nothing. James 1:4. The disciples did not leave. That's something that we can learn from them. The disciples did not leave. They took Jesus at his word. We don't understand it, but if he said it, then we must trust that he knows what he is doing, because he does. He knows, and it is his plan. Do you really trust him like you say you do? Let me just give you a little example to tie this in. God told me years ago to join the dance team. I don't want to get into all the details of how he told me, because how he told me, but it was funny how the Lord did me. It was really funny. That's what I'm gonna say. It was really funny how the Lord did me. You know how he gets you. He gets you, and he got me. So I joined the dance team. Everything in me wanted to walk away. I'm just gonna be real. That's the only way I know how to be. I'm just going to be 100% real. Everything in me wanted to walk away. And let me tell you a few reasons why. To name a few reasons, I didn't know why he wanted me there, because this wasn't something I did. I never praised dance as an adult. I didn't even listen to the music. I never really listened. I never listened to church music. Besides when I was, a little girl, and I had to listen to that. What I knew how to do other stuff. I knew how to be on the pole. That's what I knew how to do. That's the type of dancing I knew how to do. Anything related to that, I was good at that. So that's what I knew how to do. Another reason was I was annoyed with the fact that I wasn't like everyone, and how they moved so gracefully and were so wonderful in their movements. And I was like, I was looking like I had no idea what I was doing. But I stayed. Even when I had Michaela. For those that don't know, I had yet another baby out of wedlock. This time I was in the church. Amongst people, and I had a baby out of wedlock. And when I had Michaela, I was like, yes, this is it right here. I was like, this is it. This is my cue right here. This is my escape route. And because I was like, Lord, I done sinned, so I know I ain't coming back. But yet he was still calling me to it. Fast forward, I stayed through everything. It was not easy at all. Not one bit. But something made me start to wonder why he still wants me here. Even after I had the baby, it still wasn't over. Even when I was trying to use that as an excuse, it still wasn't over. He still wanted me there. And I'm just like, why? So eventually I stopped, questioning and never stopped wondering why. But I just kind of just started just going with him with it and just staying where he told me to be at. I made up in my mind that I'll wait it out to see the end results. Well, I finally received that answer. Bits and pieces, he started to show me why I was there, why he wanted me there. And I was stunned when he told me why. I was like, whoa, that's a lot of pressure, Dad. I was like, why me, Lord? You know how we do. Lord, why me? For those of you who have seen me minister and dance, what you see is all him and not me. I'm just a willing vessel, and all glory goes to God. But the point I'm trying to make here is I stayed long enough and was willing to see what the end would be. I took him at his word. I stopped with all the questioning, even though I was still curious as to why. I really wanted to know. Well, with me staying long enough and me waiting to see what the end results was going to be, I got the results I needed to be effective in the area that he called me to for his glory. It was painful. It was stretching me. It was uncomfortable. I didn't like it. I was embarrassed. It cost me something. It was not easy, but he groomed me. He pruned me, molded and shaped me. And it's still a continual process. I have not arrived. No one has arrived. But this came through a surrender and submission. I repeat my question again. Do you really trust him like you say you do? Will you trust his timing, plan, and purpose for your life? Even when you don't know the details? Well, that's all I have for right now. Go back and listen to this and ponder on everything that I have said. We will pause right here, and we will see you in part 2 of New Power.